move on. Yeah, let's move on to some of the transfers. Ooh. Let's start with the biggest. I don't know if it's the biggest.
Mount.
I think Rice is the biggest. What is the biggest transfer?
You know,
I think maybe like Buzz because
like
that's what's
week.
going on. Yeah, but I don't know either. None are big at that big. Honestly,
Rice at 105.
105 million. But let's be honest. If his name was Arencio, 55.
Let's talk about that. Arsenal singing through. They got over the line.
Yeah, I mean, they said I seen something today that said like Pep played them. Like Pep and Moisey worked together. Moise couldn't get a deal for it, and Pep called was like, "Okay, I will act like I want to bid. You tell them so they can pay 105."
105 is crazy. Though.
It's a man. I mean, Rice is one of the best English talents.
That's inflation.
That is so
true.
Yeah,
I'm proud for him that is his tag. But if I'm being honest, I don't think I'm paying that much for him.
I know, bro. I saw a tweet that was like, Mount and Scott Tominay. What's the big difference? That was a stretch, big stretch, because that's a big stretch.
That's a low blow.
That's a low blow. But I just thought it was funny. It was funny.
No,
but no, he's miles above.
Yeah,
how many miles though?
Miles is far.
It's a stretch, a big stretch.
No, it's a big stretch.
But it's a funny.
I do think because of the English tax situation, everyone puts down Rice. But let's be honest, he is, for his age group, for his position.
Yeah.
He is one of the best talents.
I feel like this is perfect now that he's got this move. Go to a big team. Show us.
I was about to say, like, this boy has not shown me much. Like, yeah, good what you did in West Ham in the Forest over there.
You know the pressure thing you talked about, like
handling the stage. Yeah,
that like if you're in a small team, you have much more freedom
and all that. Yeah,
so it's gonna be
win the Premier League.
Remember this, right? Rice at West Ham, and this is the thing I've noticed with like certain positions. So Rio Ferdinand, I learned this with Rio Ferdinand's transfer, with Roy Keane. Transfers like that where the guy's doing so well, so young on a small stage, and then they bring him to the big stage and he handles it easily. It's because if you look at those players, they're playing positions where they don't have freedom at all. Keane as a midfielder, 8'6". Rice is a 6'8" kind of midfielder. Even some managers want to play him as a center back. Right? So
Rice?
Yeah.
Damn.
When Chelsea wanted and Lampard and Tuchel wanted to play him as their auxiliary center back. So like you're seeing a player that's grown up and is still growing up in a fixed position. It's not like he's a winger that has to change his style of play depending on the team. So I don't see
you think he'll be fine?
I think he'll be fine. I think the one that may struggle with the likes of Havertz, the likes of Mount, those guys, because you're coming in a position where you have to be dynamic. You have to change how you play sometimes to fit the team.
Did we talk about Mount's number 7 here?
Hey, not yet. Oh my God.
All of these boys are wearing jerseys out of team.
7!
I wouldn't even accept it. Yeah, 17.
Bro, go take 43 or something, bro. 17 at least. We've had some good 17.
7.
Nah.
It's hard to justify.
I know. I mean, Pulisic is carrying 10 to Milan.
Nah, but
actually, no. Didn't he say he wanted to take Zlatan's number?
Hey,
I saw something. Listen, this boy. I saw something in the headline about.
Put this sweet smacking, bro. Zlatan's number.
I heard something about.
My name was number 9.
AC Milan.
Must be the big boy. Nah.
But
you're not very content there.
I'm not content about that. You know, as much as I hated the idea, like fans were right before that happened. Fans were talking this storm about Garnacho getting the number 7 United. And I hated it.
He was young, right?
Because
but
he's young.
He's a profile.
Yeah, he has that profile for it. You can go at least. We give Ronaldo 7 that young. We give Beckham 7 a little bit that young too.
Yeah.
We can kind of work him into it. Mount, where's the charisma? Where's the anything to have number 7, my guy?
And the thing is, I don't think he's going to turn into he's not going to turn into a number 7 kind of player. And we're just talking about how jerseys are just being thrown around just recently.
Just cause.
And I think obviously there is the marketing aspect of
is it marketing really like when you're giving it to?
Think about it, big player signing.
Okay, signing wise, sure, that's as far as
recognizable number. And then think about the advert they used to, like people have circulated on social media to advertise for it, where he's like as a kid, I tried to base my free kick off of Ronaldo, hit it by the valve, and now he's wearing Ronaldo's jersey. Oh my gosh! And when he scores his first free kick for United,
but the kid is not even a brand, bro.
I know, but that's what United does, man.
True,
they turn nobodies into brands. Jesse Lingard had Jay Links for playing at United.
I mean, I could say he does have a bit of charisma. he could maybe turn himself to a brand, but right now he's not a brand. You know what I mean?
He doesn't deserve it.
But let's talk about other transfers. Onana,
that's
finally a keeper that can use his feet.
Dang, nah. First and
What's
foremost,
the hair?
we haven't.
Is he retired?
He hasn't decided yet. He's
Saudi.
Getting his marriage sorted.
Probably Saudi.
Probably.
Y'all call for that actually.
No, and we haven't talked about it yet. That's what I want to talk about.
And they're like, yo, by the way,
it's the worst thing. Imagine this: end of season comes. You're planning your wedding in the summer. The team offer you a contract. You go, okay, reduced wages, but it's still good enough. You sign the contract. The week of your wedding. Nah, G, we don't want the contract you signed. Actually, we want you to take less wages and be second choice confirmed.
Oh my gosh.
They're like, actually, screw all of that. How about you leave? That's why.
See you later. Like, bro, it's the worst thing. And he himself was a little childish about it too, because he was posting stuff on Twitter, like low emojis, like chaos circus going around. Yeah. And obviously, I don't blame
y'all
him.
got big Twitter fingers. You know this.
Yeah, no.
You know this.
United has been prepared for it. I mean, congratulations to him for a good career at United. 12 years, 4 times Player of the Year, 2 times clean sheets, Golden winner, Premier League trophy, 1 FA Cup, 2 Carabaos, 1 Europa. That's a decent career. We're not calling him a Schmeichel or Van der Sar, but that's a decent career.
Bad, yeah.
But now it's time to get Onana. Bro,
are you excited?
Have you seen Mandem with his feet from Ajax and
now his feet are nice. His feet are sweet. But I have to say, I've been seeing a lot of like saves.
As his goal, that's the thing. He's more of a Ederson type of goalkeeper.
Okay.
Like he's a good shot stopper, but he's not going to be your All Black, your De Gea's, those kind of guys. But with this
nice
that
feet,
makes
clean.
up for everything
He's
else.
clean. I wonder. It'll be interesting actually to see him with Ederson the comparison. He was actually.
Yeah.
In what way though?
With their feet, like
I feel like Ederson, yeah, but like Onana distribution, I'll give it to him. Like Ederson is good at that, but
tough, bro.
It is not that close, like far.
You
I think Ederson is actually literally a player
in the goal.
Yeah, but Onana, like the keeper, possess like, distribution.
In that final, I saw he could find passes in the midfield even, but I've seen Ederson like assist hit the.
Yeah,
no, he has
that long dive ping into space. Yeah, Ederson got it.
But like Onana, I think is way more handy in that department. Yeah,
the
longs. But like as a player, passing it to him, dribbling past the keeper.
Onana for sure.
Yeah, but like the
thing I would say, like on the goalkeeping defensive side of the sweeper keeper role, right? I was looking at some stats, and obviously with City having the ball most of the time, Ederson doesn't have to do this much.
That also is he's tested sometimes, but it's not.
It's not. What we've seen even in Champions League final, he came up with 2 good saves where he could have changed the game completely. So I wouldn't put it far away. And if Pep wants you as his keeper, like the Valdez's or the Ter Stegens, the Neuers, if Pep wants you still as his keeper, there's something there. There's something there. So I'll take that with Ederson. Might still have an inch on Onana.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying Onana is better like overall, but I'm just saying like in terms of like that feat that we're talking about, like especially finding
passes.
I've seen Onana do that more, but Ederson is nice though. Like there's no denying.
Yeah, also Ederson doesn't need to do it a lot. Onana was in Inter where he needed to be because to find that pass out of trouble.
And Silva and everyone that can pass inside too.
Just imagine that though. You get Varane and Licha. You can push up the line properly now.
You can push up, but you guys need to protect him. You don't need to expose him. That's how Ederson has been hiding for most of his life. He doesn't get exposed. So you need not to expose his kid.
And this is why, slightly transitioning. This is why we need to get rid of Maguire.
What do you mean? We gotta talk about it.
Yeah,
he dropped his cap. Actually, Ten Hag.
Oh, thank you for the correction.
The wording was so beautiful.
The man that made it nice though.
Ten Hag advised him. He's like, "Come on, sit down, bro. Like, you're not
if you're
playing.
Team
focus and
you're playing. Are you listening to Maguire as a captain?
You can't, cause
it's easy. Is that easy?
What this player say is, to be captain, you need to be holding your own. If you're not even in the starting lineup,
worrying about starting, it's more like I feel like whenever he's on the pitch, people are crossing fingers that please don't do something stupid. That's big. That's not starting. We're talking about a mistake.
He's been working. He's been training with Ricardo Carvalho.
Please.
But nah, bro. I think Ten Hag had to do it though. It's like, come on, focus on your game.
100%. And I think to some degree there's that ruthlessness coming out of Ten Hag finally. I guess Glazers won't let it happen, but it's coming out somehow.
Yeah.
because he needs to either fix his game and agree to be 4th or 5th choice center back.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's the truth.
And you know how often center backs rotate?
Exactly.
None.
Once they find
Exactly.
the pairing, once they find the pairing, you know that's it.
You know it's done, exactly. And that's the thing. How often do you see, like Varane lately? I mean, Varane has been injury prone in his career, but lately, this past season, he looked pretty fit most of the time up until that World Cup period where he had to
Later
take a
on, he
break.
came back too.
Yeah. Licha, other than that strange injury, and when Licha was injured, Varane was injured, Lindelof stepped up well. Shaw somehow became a center back.
But I'd be mad as
picking a
well.
left back over you, man. You gotta know.
No,
Nobody got right Jesus thing, right? You see that thing
crazy,
him
yeah.
on the podcast, right? If Jesus has the self-respect to go, he picked a left back to
Fixing
start as a
chairs.
striker over
I don't
me.
remember this
Like,
game. That's crazy. I don't remember.
I don't even remember the name
It
of
wasn't
it.
that important, but let me tell you something. Jesus deserved that because he was actual ass in that period. Genuinely.
But the man himself here apparently scored the day before.
No, but that was like
Training.
one goal.
Like in training. It's like in training was banging them in. Like, come on, that's not
Nah.
that's not real life.
There was like a significant amount of time where he would average about 3 or 4 chances a game
And
and he would
miss.
convert none. Like, come on, dude, leave. Bye, please.
Okay, now you see that same attitude. Same attitude we got with Maguire.
Except that he didn't leave though. Maguire is still there.
What's
somehow.
this? I don't get that though. What are you holding on to?
Only
He wants to
God
fight
knows.
for his possession.
Fight for your what?
I just hope he.
Yeah, you actually gotta try.
No, I'm not gonna fight for Maguire. I'm just saying. With the work he's been putting in this season, if he could be maybe just a little this off season, I'm not even playing
Let me
down
ask you a
advocate.
question. Me, I go and put in work with Maldini and Cannavaro all summer long. 5 sessions a day. You're telling me I go play for Real Madrid?
Not Madrid, but
You
you up your game. You up your
You up my
game.
game, but you guys need to understand something. And this
And it's not starting from scratch. It was a plan in Leicester City.
We'll
Like,
come back to realism. He's competing against Varane and Licha. Maguire is older than Varane.
Sure.
Varane has been playing for Real Madrid when Maguire was getting relegated with Sheffield and Hull City. There's a quality difference.
there is,
completely.
but you can close the gap with hard work.
You can close the gap, but if
Not like all the way. Like he was never
as
a good
as a
there.
centre back at his level, you're starting for England.
Yeah.
You want to stay in England. The World Cup is coming. Euros is coming next year. Go where you are going to play. If not, Southgate has reasons to say, I don't want you in the team. For
But that is important. But
you gotta think about your career.
Southgate,
too.
you know.
Southgate, yeah,
He's
Southgate
a-
loves his boys, so he ain't losing his job.
Also, who's gonna buy Maguire? Let's be honest.
But West Ham is looking. The only problem with West Ham
Yeah.
is it's not even the initial funds, it's the wages
Keeping them.
fund.
But like as a player though, okay, you're getting paid this much in United. You come to West Ham, take what you can
That's
get.
what it
I'll give you
is.
150,
Game
bro.
time?
I'll give you
Yeah.
150 or 100 a week. Chill out. Like you're not that player that you were. Like you're not that player.
Not that player at all, bro.
Player that you were. Like, I mean, he wasn't bad in Leicester.
He wasn't bad in Leicester, he wasn't bad at Hull. Don't get me wrong, there is a player in Maguire. But the same way we can sit down and let's say for our level, we can go, there's a player in Hope, right? But if Neymar saw Hope playing, Neymar's gonna be like, what the fuck is this? Right? The same way we can go at that level and go, and we said this to managers too, that Lampard is below the Shondaiches and this thing, and the Shondaiches and the Moises are not even close to the Peps. It's the same thing with players. Maguire is a good defender. He's just not close to the Lichas or the Varanes.
But why isn't that team then in the first place? That's what deceives him, I feel like.
True.
If I'm in a team with you, bro,
Yeah, it's-
I mean,
I'm
that's
fake
what
game.
you have to hustle.
It's fake game.
That's
I'm
what you
in
gotta
the
do.
league and we are the same.
It's fake
You know what I
game.
mean? So
And that's what you gotta do. And
Yeah.
I don't disagree with the fact that he could work his way in, but it's gotta
gonna
be
be
like
tough.
revolutionary change that comes in. Like you have to gain like at least 2 meters per second speed at least.
And reading other game.
Reading.
He keeps like
he's also stiff, bro.
Stiff,
Like,
that's
even
the one I'm
movement,
talking
it's
about.
like- It's just like like a Lego. You know what I mean? It's just like, dang.
And that works when you're playing a middle or low block.
Yeah.
But United need to play high block under Ten Hag. So what happens with those counter attacks?
You're
done. You're done.
Mitoma versus
Neck.
imagine Mitoma sprinting against Maguire 1v1. Where
That'd be
Champions
murder.
League
That'd be
quarterfinal with
murder.
Vinicius against Maguire 1v1. What are you gonna do, man?
That's done, dog.
You just know, hey, okay, so it's